Oh man, oh man, oh man, it's so good to be back at you. You know what I'm saying? It's your man, it's your fam. Live and direct to connect. That's how we do it. All the peace and the love we collect. Yeah, keep it all in check. Ha! Just coming to you live off the top of the dome with some real feeling and observance, you know, as I'm wrapping up this day. I've been having to be real resourceful. And yeah, when you go out for your own, you have your ups and you got your downs. And I, you know, unfortunately right now, and I'm not the only one, there's many people going through the same situation as a small business owner or an independent contractor or business owner or whatever may have you, that are all going through these changes, and it's a real weird time. You know what I'm saying? Things are real slow. Like I've shared this before, but you just got to keep on pushing on. And I feel like I left this out before. I know I've touched on it in earlier videos, so if you haven't seen my other videos, go check them out. But I talk about how people don't seem to see the value in themselves, and they don't understand value as a whole, like economically, and that if you give it a shot, you might find out that a lot of the things that you've been told or learned simply aren't true, or they just don't share the entirety of the truth with you, right? So they give you some of the story, most likely enough to intimidate your ass, you know what I'm saying? So you don't make a move, but that's what you won't find out until you get there. And you also might find that you're not half bad at some of these things. So ultimately what you learn is, you know, some of these guys are literally monkeys in suits that are put in front of you to make you feel like you can't reach that peak that they're at, but you can. And you just have to believe in yourself and understand the value of things and the value of yourself. You know, don't let anyone degrade you, you know, to stand up. And I do have a visceral reaction to negativity and to lies, things like that. I might let it slide, but I take it with a grain of salt, or even more than a grain of salt, maybe a ton of salt, you know what I'm saying? And I give it a thumbs down and keep on pushing, pay it no mind. Or if it's right in front of my face, I'll fight for it, you know what I mean? So, you know, but that's because I understand the value of what can be done with an individual. You know, but you have to give it a shot. But yeah, they are not any better at these challenges than you are. That's the surprise, is these guys are clowns and they are not any better at these challenges than you are. Matter of fact, what they're really good at, you know, is blowing things out of proportion, trying to incentivize things to the highest dollar value or amount, you know what I'm saying, and overvalue the work. A lot of times people have problems with undervaluing themselves, but you got assholes who overvalue what they do, and it's because they bite off too much. They bite off more than they can chew. They're looking to get rich, which, you know, there's rules about that kind of stuff. The more you chase it and the more that you say things like I want to get rich, the more it runs you into bad situations and ruts, or you offset the balance of something that worked perfectly before your dumb ass came and messed it up. So what you have is these guys will look over the fence, basically watch you do what you're doing, get jealous, and then be mad that they didn't get any of that money, come up with a big overdrawn, overblown plan of how it should look, and then they overdo it. So since they borrow that money, now they owe money, they got to pay back all that money. That makes the price go way up. They want to look good. See, it's like the ego. They want to look good. They think that justifies them overcharging for services and products and things. But ultimately, in the end, their plans fail. And guess who ends up picking up the tab? You do. Yep, you do. from their bad habits to make up the money that was lost from a major investor or a bank. They'll put the squeeze on society in another place. See what I'm saying? Like, these things become more, very obvious and easier to see once, on any level, once you get your hands into these things. And yes, I'm a legitimate business. I have a business license, all that kind of stuff. I run ads, all of that. You know what I mean? So a lot of the times they'll try to use these other people who want to be, over greedy and stuff. They'll try to use slanderous type of, propaganda. Basically, they just put it out there saying these other guys aren't professionals and this and that. But it's not true. What is true is that they just want to, squeeze more blood out of a stone, out of a turnip. I say out of a stone because it's even worse, right? Like, it's really unrealistic stuff. So I just wanted to share that with you, that how unrealistic some of these people that you idolize actually are, and what kind of trash they leave behind for you literally in your life that you have to pick up the tab for, and that you're great and wonderful, and you should never feel bad about your failures along your way, along with your successes, because everything's a learning process. And even if you had it great, there would be another challenge, and you'd be learning how to pick up the pieces again and put everything back together again anyway. You just follow suit. But if you know that you have something that helps you in this world, you keep going. And if you make it big, as I said before, keep your damn mouth shut. Stop blowing up your own spot. Stop letting these people take your ideas and effort and then oversaturate your area. Start undercutting each other and devalue your workforce. Devalue your whole category. You know what I'm saying? And see, so you could see how these jealous guys will do that. They'll try to oversaturate it and they'll ruin the name. The people will get discouraged, and then you'll have another major entity that'll step in and say, you can't do that, you've overstepped the line, because now they've gone far beyond the niche and they fucked everything up. So then they'll mess up your market, and your market will be devalued. And so that's the problem with super big business, by the way. You don't want super big business. It's unnecessary. Medium-sized businesses to maybe large, but not over excessively large businesses, are the best in relationships and everything else. The overhead is better, so the employees are treated better. People aren't overworked, but they do a fair share of work. Those people have work, so have job security, and you get a fair price, and they might just still know your fucking name. You know what I mean? So keep that in mind. I always try to speak some truth to y'all. I'm always on my grind. I keep my head up above the water. You do the same. Keep your guard up, bob and weave, block, and jab and uppercut. You know what I'm saying? All right, man. Till the next time. I got more. All right, y'all. Oh, subscribe, like, all that stuff. Check out my music, King A.D.S, Aya the Shadow. You know what I mean? Check out the Theta Mob project. Check out the project with Lightspeed, Smoke Screen and Quarantine. Check out all my side projects that I do alone on my own. One Nation Under a Green Cloud, Raise Your Lighter. Check out The Almighty Grind. Check out Legacy Family. Check out the Bar Sweat and Years mixes. And your boy's staying active, man. Your man is staying active. Whichever. I know some people say, don't say boy. You know what I'm saying? So your man is getting active. And I'm right with you. I love you. And peace.